Yo, God Valley is Thriller Bark. I know, it sounds crazy, but let me prove it to you. Now, this will be spoilers up to chapter 1096 in the manga, so if you're not caught up, drop a like and a follow and come back later. Now, back in chapter 489, we see Brook give his introduction, and he says, I was the leader of a battle convoy in a certain kingdom. After that, I served with the Rumbar pirates as the musician swordsman and later stepped in as captain. And he pledges his loyalty to Luffy. But later that chapter, Brooks says Thriller Bark originally came from our homeland in the West Blue, and that is why he had Chopper and Usopp and Frankie make a Rumbar Pirates memorial there and bury all of their bones there. Now, you're probably like, well, how does that tie into anything? When did this happen? Why did it happen? Like, how does this all connect? Well, let me tell you. In chapter 1096, we get the reveal that God Valley is, in fact, from the West Blue, and it was destroyed because of the God Valley incident. Now, also, the God Valley Kingdom is not government affiliated, which means that they probably have their own monarch. And then on top of all of that, they also just so happen to have their own military, which Brook was in. And then they sailed out from here and joined as the Rumbar Pirates. So it all matches up there. In that same chapter, we also get the reveal of who all was there from the Rocks Pirates. And we have Captain John, and we also get the confirmation that Silver's axe was there, and a modicum of other ones. And at the end of what we saw in that chapter, you see Rocks and Roger clashing with Conker's Hockey coming out, and it would soon be obscured by the shadows of history. This whole island was probably decimated, which means that there was probably a chunk of it that flew off into the unknown. And you know who just so happened to find that? That's right, Gecko Moria. And it was right off of the heels of losing a fight to Kaido after the fact. Then he had no crew and nothing but Dr. Hogback. And he used Dr. Hogback to make all the zombies. Now, at God Valley, I'd imagine there was countless people that perished. And what would you need to start an army of zombies? A bunch of bodies. And what was there? A bunch of bodies. So it all worked out perfectly. He turned that piece of God Valley into a ship, turned all of the corpses into zombies over time, and made his Thriller Bark. We even see in the zombie generals Moria had, there are three that resemble Rocks pirates. And that means that he probably took their corpses when they passed away on God Valley and turned them into zombies because he knew that they would be strong. He probably knew that they were Rocks pirates. I mean, we knew for a fact that this is Captain John, so we already had that confirmed. And then on top of that, we get this one up here, which looks like one of the other Rocks pirates. I'm not sure the name, but it all checks out. Even the timeline checks out because Brooke would have went out when Roger was still a rookie, and he would have lost his way and been at sea for 50 years. And in that time, Roger's rise to power, as well as the God Valley incident, and then him becoming Pirate King would have happened during that 50-year span. So Brooke wouldn't have known about it exactly, but he would have known that this piece of land was part of it, probably from either talking to Moria or recognizing the landmarks of it. So let me know what you think of this theory. Am I actually onto something, or do you think that it's just another island in the West Blue? I think there's a lot of credence to it, and it gives us a little bit more of Brooke backstory, which I think is always good. So let me know what you think in the comments.